Yo, what's up guys? This is FG with another video. So smash the like and subscribe and let's get into these charts. So Bitcoin got a really nice reclaim of that FOMC VWAP the other day. This was a level that in my last video I told you guys that if Bitcoin maintains over these levels, the FOMC VWAP and the May VWAP, that we maintain our bullish bias and we keep gunning for that all-time high. And so we did see that. Bitcoin got a nice long on the FOMC VWAP. Shout out to Wave Cypher in the VIP and our boys in the VIP catching that long after the weekend dump. And let's talk about that weekend dump. So a new week begins, guys, and you know that it's probably going to want to start moving towards the previous week's VWAP, right? And so you had a couple options. You could have waited for a 4-hour candle close under that VWAP, and you would have had some good certainty, but it would have been kind of a meh risk reward, right? Only like a 1.37 risk reward there once you get that confirmation. What you could have done is gone for the SFP. And so if you wait for a new weekly period to form, like right here, and you start targeting the highs, like see this high here, you put a limit order above that high, and you catch two really good short entries down to that previous weekly VWAP. So keep an eye on the SFPs going into new periods. Sometimes you can get a good entry back to that previous period's VWAP. Just to kind of zoom out and show you guys like a macro example of this. Imagine if you were expecting the SFP, a macro SFP after the year to date. So once January 1 began, instead of just shorting down to the blue VWAP, like that Q4 VWAP, or like last year's year to date, what if you targeted this 109 level? Then you would have actually gotten a textbook short entry down to that previous quarter or down to that previous year's VWAP there. So look for this SFP entry on those leapfrog plays, and I think that that should help you guys a lot with those ideas that I generate for you guys. So that's that. So we bounced off the FOMC VWAP, and even though things are looking a little hairy on the daily, like look at this hairy ass daily wave here. This looks very bearish, but for now we're not seeing the concerning signs that that is a very dangerous threat as of yet. For me to really respect that daily wave, we got to lose the Fed VWAP or like the May VWAP or something like that. We got to lose some of these important supports that I called out in my last video. So right now, this just kind of looks like a higher low forming. And if the new daily VWAP this evening does its job, we could push up to a new highs on Bitcoin. And I think that we do, in fact, go to like a new all-time high on Bitcoin, just because that's kind of where it's almost like coded that we go up and wipe everyone out after forming such a strong quarterly bottom in April here. So I gave you guys the levels to watch, where if we lose them, things get hairy. As of right now, things are looking okay. As for Ethereum, we're coming up into that year-to-date level, guys. This is a strong year-to-date level, like the 2600 level. Again, looking a little bit scary on the daily, but on the 1 hour chart, we're still holding all these levels. In fact, Ethereum is looking extremely strong, not even once coming down to even test that Fed VWAP. So if there is, in fact, a sharp correction down this evening, I would look for a long at these levels, because you would be sweeping the stop losses from this low back here. You'd be plunging into that Fed VWAP, the May VWAP, and I would think that you would get a strong long from that level if we did go down there. So I'm not too concerned if ETH pulls back a little bit. I think that that would just be like a springboard for more up, and I'm ultimately targeting 3K ETH in the medium term. It's the top of the VWAP gulag, and it's that level where the sentiment really shifts around ETH, that reclaiming of last year's year-to-date VWAP. And this is a move that I also want AMD to make. So I've got some call options on AMD, kind of just wanting this to go back up to last year's year-to-date. So that's kind of a move that you'll see in charts that get oversold is a new year comes, and it's only a matter of time before they work their way up to that previous year's year-to-date. So I'm hoping on that for Ethereum here. And if we can get over 3K, we go into price discovery. But just be mindful that you know, while the money flow is picking up on this daily time frame for ETH, it does look a little bit tired on the daily here. So expect maybe like a sharp bullish kind of pullback, and look for like a long at that FOMC VWAP or the May VWAP. Could work out really good for you. As for some of these other altcoins, they're all in similar boats. It's like they're innocent until proven guilty, which would be like the losing of the Fed VWAP or the May VWAP. But otherwise, they're looking bullish for now, aiming towards all-time highs. Just be mindful of these tiring daily signals here. We're going to keep an eye on this, make sure this doesn't grow into a worse of a problem. And if it does, if we start losing some of these key levels, then it's okay to go bearish again off these daily wave readings. But we just want to make sure our levels are lost before we start making any big ideas. Fartcoin, divergent on the daily, but still holding some key levels, still holding that Fed VWAP and that May VWAP. So that's pretty much it, guys. I laid out the levels for you. You can pause the video on these charts if you want to write down or like have these levels in your mind. Ultimately, I'm still hopeful, but we are dealing with some tumultuous signs on the daily time frame for Market Cypher. Even though those weekly charts, if we go to the weekly charts, they still look like they got more juice, right? Like this weekly wave, Litecoin got more juice. XRP looks like it's got more juice. Solana could definitely go up a little more. So don't be too stressed out about the intraday action. As long as certain levels hold, we stay bullish. And so that's my take on the crypto charts today. Smash the like if you like this TA. Shout out to the FG Discord. You guys are killing it in there. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.